Hi, I am Keely Whitaker. I am doing an individual professional presentation for Professor Dr. Green's Business Law and Ethics class at Eastern New Mexico University. My presentation is about sexual harassment in the workplace. My presentation will contain what is sexual harassment, the effects of sexual harassment, federal laws of sexual harassment, prevention methods, statistics, actions to take, and a work cited. What is sexual harassment in the workplace? Well, there's two different kinds. There's sexual harassment and quid pro quo. Sexual harassment is an unwelcoming behavior of sexual nature. This can be done by a coworker, supervisor, and maybe even customers. Quid pro quo is when a person in authority demands sexual favors in return for the subordinate keeping their job or receiving a promotion. This is done just by the supervisors, managers, bosses. And it only has to happen once to be considered this. Next, we have the effects of sexual harassment. Emotional, physical, financial, and global. Your emotional and physical effects are kind of tied together because emotional can cause you to have physical problems. Your emotional are loss of self-esteem, personal relationship problems, stress, anxiety, depression. Your physical is loss of appetites, headaches, weight changes, and sleep disturbances. Well, sleep disturbances on its own can cause serious health issues such as high blood pressure, hormonal imbalances, and it can weaken your immune system. So that is not good. The next is financial. It has a financial burden on the victims, such as lost wages, unpaid leave, broader career repercussions such as loss of their job or even loss of references, so they are harder to get another job. The global effects is millions of money has been lost due to absenteeism, low productivity, employee turnover, low morale, and legal costs from all the lawsuits. Well, and the economy has premature retirement from it and high insurance costs because companies use their insurance. Federal law uses the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. This title is a federal law that is in place to stop discrimination of all kind at the workplace. Sexual harassment is considered a type of discrimination. Title VII is only applicable to employers with 15 or more employees. So if an organization or employer has less than 15 employees and a sexual harassment case has been considered, it will go under state law. Courts look at the reasonable person test to tell if an act is truly considered sexual harassment. If an act sexual. Next is prevention methods. A few ways to prevent sexual harassment is by having a policy in place and to have trainings. The policy should include no tolerance against sexual harassment, no tolerance against retaliation to a person that made a complaint, a set way of complaints to be made, and it should also state that all complaints will be investigated. I believe that is important. Even if they are false complaints, they should be investigated to find out the whole story and to get everything settled so no lawsuits possibly will happen. training should happen at least once a year for both employees and employers. There should be separate trainings for the employees that teach them what sexual harassment is, that it is okay to file a complaint, and teach them what procedure to follow if it occurs. And if it doesn't just occur to them, if it occurs to somebody and they see it, they should know what to do, how to stop it. Step in for someone. And the training for a supervisor or manager should teach them how to handle a situation, when they receive a complaint, and how to investigate the complaint. They also need to know what right punishment for the wrongdoer, monitor the workplace, and they should monitor the workplace and take all complaints serious. I think when investigating a complaint, they need to hear from both sides, from the victim and the harasser. Next, we have the statistics. Well, in the first study showed that there were 15,836 sexual harassment cases filed with the EEOC in 2000. In the study, 24% women received sexual favor requests, and 36% had offensive physical contact happen. The next study is from the U.S. Merit System Protection Board. It showed that 44% of women and 19% of men reported unwelcomed sexual attention. And it also shows that 16 to 24-year-olds are more likely to report the sexual harassment. 55 and over are less likely to report a sexual harassment incident. The last study showed statistically how more things are likely to happen. Like, sexual harassment is more likely to happen when there's little to no communication with the supervisor. It is also likely to happen to women who are 34 years or younger, women who are single or divorced, women that are well educated, people that need their job, and low income. Also, sexual harassment does not just happen to women. It happens to men too. And a woman can sexually harass a man can sexually harass a woman. A woman can sexually harass another woman, and a man can also sexually harass another man. It works all ways. Next I have the actions victims should take. They should first, on the first instance, if it's offensive, confront the harasser and tell them, because they might think that it wasn't, and people see things from different viewpoints. So if it does offend you, tell the person, and maybe they'll quit. If it doesn't, the next time it happens, tell them again and threaten that you're going to tell the supervisor or the boss. That doesn't work, then contact your supervisor, and if he doesn't believe you, find other victims or witnesses, have them write down a statement and take to him. And if this keeps happening to you more and more, you need to make sure and write down all the occurrences that it happens. Well, you should contact your human resource manager. They can advise you on what to do if these other things have not happened. If they don't know what you're supposed to do, then contact the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. They should have advice, and you can even file a complaint with them, and they should start an investigation themselves. And you should contact your senior management if let's say your supervisor or manager doesn't do nothing, then you should go up in the chain of command and contact someone else, the next person in the chain of command. And if that doesn't work, then contact the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. and they may advise you that you can't file a lawsuit. It is possible because sexual harassment can cause your money, loss of wages, and other stuff from you having to take a day off or something to get over the effects of the sexual harassment event. And in a case, if you just do decide to file a lawsuit, you should see an attorney to make sure you have reasonable evidence to continue to pursue a lawsuit. And last is my works cited pages. I have 2 of them. And these, as you can see, I have 4 on this one, and the last one is the last 3. Thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you learned valuable information regarding sexual harassment in the workplace.